primarily to support Ken and the other coaches to make sure that that we can be really consistent with our messaging to the playing group, and that whatever change we make from a game plan perspective, obviously talking about the initial stages, that we transfer that to initially the way we approach our training, to our training, and then obviously to game day. But certainly the opportunity for me to be involved also with the Port Magpies Football Club, or Port Adelaide Football Club, but the Magpies component of that's also really exciting. I think ultimately to work with their staff, and for us to be able to educate and mentor and work with those guys and potentially get and provide opportunities for them. I think that's really exciting and something I'm looking forward to.
Is there a lot of pressure with the new role as a coaching director?
Well, I certainly don't feel like I'm under enormous pressure. I know that there's significant expectations to do a good job, but I think through my experience playing not too dissimilar role last year with supporting Brett Ratton as the senior assistant coach, that probably means that I'm fairly confident I can play that role. There was not certainly the involvement with the Port Magpies in that role, but no, that's something that excites me as opposed to intimidates me.
Alan, is the idea of senior coaching, you're not interested in that side of things?
Yeah, no, done. No, really looking forward to moving on to this stage of my footy life, and while still will be fairly involved from a coaching perspective with the Port Adelaide Footy Club, very much looking forward to working with coaches.
I just knew at some point that I would come back to Australia and work back here after spending some time away, and Adelaide was a preferred destination because I'd spent some time here before, obviously, and if I was going to come back to Adelaide, I wanted it to be Port Adelaide. I'm a Port Adelaide supporter and had a great time here and built up some great relationships, so I'm just stoked to be back here.
What do you think you can bring from your experience with the Socceroos in Liverpool?
I think I can hopefully teach the guys how to prepare week in, week out for training sessions as well as games. I think one of the things that soccer at that level teaches you is that if you take a Steven Gerrard, there's probably 1 billion people in the world who want to be him. So he has to come every training session with a certain level of intensity. And I think sometimes that may not always be there. So I think that's something that I can help teach the boys, is that every training session counts and every match counts.
Do you think that's something that I guess AFL players got to come to grips with a little bit more, in that I guess soccer we see over there, they just play so regularly, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's a culture over there that's developed over time, and they actually don't question it. They just play and play and play, and probably in the AFL there's a recovery culture, and maybe we can shift that a little bit. And certainly the training intensity that they do at every session over there is something that blew me away. So hopefully we can bring that.